everybody, Mountain Grandma here. Today I'm sharing a recipe for a cranberry pretzel salad. Could be a side dish, could be a dessert. Welcome to Side Dish Saturday, and let's get started. All right, I'm starting out with 2 cups of chopped pretzels. To this, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of sugar. If you'd like to save some calories and use monk fruit sweetener as a sugar replacement, wherever you see sugar in this recipe, go for it. That's what I did. And I'm adding in 3/4 of a cup of melted butter. All right, I'm going to get all of this mixed up, and then I'm going to be pressing it into a cake pan, and I'll be back with you. All right, here it is. I'm going to get this in the oven at 400 degrees. I set my timer to 8 degrees, and it's counting down here. For the filling, I've got 1 stick of cream cheese at room temperature and a cup of sugar. I'm going to get these mixed up really well, and then I'll be folding in a container of Cool Whip. I'll be back with you. Side Dish Saturday is all about sharing great side dishes that you can use over the holidays. And down in the description box below, you'll find videos where other content creators are sharing some of their favorite holiday side dishes. So make sure that you go and check them all out too for some great ideas. Now, back to the video. The next thing you want to do is add in a whole container of Cool Whip. And you could also save calories if you wanted to by using a low sugar brand or using, something like a decreased fat version of the Cool Whip. However you want to do that, it will work totally fine. And you're going to also see that I'm going to start whipping this up with a blender. You could fold it in if you wanted to. I probably should have folded it in, but I was on a mission to get this done. So that's what I'm doing here, is blending that all up. And once this is done, you're ready to go ahead and put it on your layer, provided that it's cooled off enough. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, we just pulled this out of the oven, and we're going to let this cool before we put that filling over the top of it. And this is that beautiful filling that we'll be putting over the top of that. Now in this bowl, I've got 2 boxes of red Jello. I went with raspberry. You could go with strawberry or even cherry too. That would be fine. To this, I'm going to add in 1.5 cups of boiling water. All right, next we're going to get this stirred up until it dissolves, and I'll be back with you. All right, now that this is all melted, I'm going to add in 1 can of crushed pineapple, and I'm also going to add in a can of cranberry sauce. All right, I'm going to get this stirred up. All right, here you see me getting this all stirred up. The biggest thing is you just want to make sure that there's no big clumpy pieces of the cranberry sauce. And for that reason, you might even want to consider putting the cranberry sauce in a separate bowl and whisking that all up before you add it in here. And I had forgotten to do that. So do that. I would suggest you do that. Make it a little easier on yourself. I did think I finally broke out a whisk, and that kind of helped me, but just a little pointer for you there. And then also, as a reminder, don't forget to go down to the description box and check out some of the other side dishes that people are working on. All right, now let's go ahead and get back to the video. All right, now that I've got that blended up better, I'm going to add in 3/4 of a cup of chopped pecans. and 3/4 of a cup of cranberry juice. You could also use apple juice if that's all you had. All right, I'm going to get all of this mixed up. And I'm going to put this in the refrigerator so that it can start to get a little bit more set. And then I'll be back with you once it's to the, like, I don't know, water, not so watery phase. And I'll show you what that looks like. Now, while I'm waiting for the Jello to get colder, I'm going to go ahead and start putting my filling layer over the top of the pretzel crust. And I'll show you what this looks like when I'm all done here. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and spread the Jello mixture over the top. I want to point out, like, the texture of the Jello. This is, remember, we put it in the fridge. We let it almost set. So you can see it's kind of like Jello, but it's not fully set. So that's the point you want it to be at when you add it to your layers here. And now I'm going to put it back in the refrigerator and let it set completely before I pull it out to cut it. And this is it. It is a beautiful side dish to have on your table. And if you have a clear pan, you'll be able to see the layers along the side there. I just love that. And for all of you that stuck around to the end of this, make sure you butter your pan before you put the pretzel mixture in there, because here's what happens when you don't. Here's me not so gracefully trying to get a piece out. I'm sorry, you guys. I maybe could have edited this, but real life, right? This is real life here. So butter your pan first. And I guarantee your family is absolutely going to love you for making this. It could be a side dish. It could be a dessert, depending on how you want to make it. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out the other ones that are in the description box down below. And until I see you next time, everyone, keep your joy, folks.